Welcome back to the Austin Physio YouTube channel. For today's video we are going to be talking through a guided routine on how to help with repetitive strain injuries into your forearm. So a repetitive strain injury is an injury where we fatigue and cause soreness into the muscles of our forearm, and this is really common if we're sat at a desk typing, or with our work if it's quite a physical job and we're doing any repetitive activities. What can happen is we can get myalgia, so muscle pain in the bellies of the muscles, so either on the outer part of the elbow, which is our extensors and supinators, or on the inner part of the forearm here, inner part of the elbow, which is the pronators and the flexors. So you think if we're using this constantly all day, it can just get really tired and sore. So for the guided routine, we're going to go through movement, stretching and a little bit of strengthening to help to reduce any injury through this area. For the first 20 seconds, we are going to start by moving through the wrist. So what we can do is either rotate and go different directions, or you can start to just go one way and then at 10 seconds change. So the idea is it might be clicking a little bit, it might be quite tight. We want to start to get movement into the joints of the hands, because when we're fixed in a position, they just are not moving properly during the day. So we're going to do 20 seconds of circles. You're going to keep going, 5 seconds, and then relaxing there. Perfect. Next, we're going to move through the elbows. So again, we're pumping through the elbow joint. So because our elbows are a hinge joint, it bends and straightens. So we want to be moving for 20 seconds, opening up through the elbow. So go within a pain-free range. You don't want to force it into that movement, but we want to start to get movement through there. So 5 seconds, keep going through that movement. Perfect, keep it moving, might feel a bit of clicking, a little bit of grinding, moving that joint and then relaxing there. Next, for 20 seconds, we want to start to do a circular massage down into the forearm. So I will always start at the elbow and work my way down towards the wrist. So for the first bit where we're doing the outer part, what we're targeting is the extensors and the supinators. So we're moving down into here, 5 seconds left, that's it, circular massage into that area. And then once you've done that, 20 seconds on the other side. So again, you can lift the arm up. You're just going to do a circular movement down towards the wrist. So what we want to start to do for 20 seconds is we're taking away any tightness, getting blood flow to the area. So kind of going down through the belly of the muscle. So again, starting at the elbow, working down towards the wrist, 5 seconds left. With this guided routine, going down, moving into this part of the muscle and then relaxing there. For the next 20 seconds, we want to start to find maybe if there's any trigger points or any little knots in the belly of the muscles. So how we find these is you'll be moving down, you'll feel like there's a little lump or a little point of tenderness in the muscle, and then you're going to hold it for a couple of seconds until you feel that tenderness drop. So when you first push in, it might be about an 8 out of 10 in terms of pain, and you're going to hold it until it drops to about a 2 or a 3 out of 10. So it will be different depending on how tight it is through this area, but just for 20 seconds, finding these points, last 5 seconds, just in different areas. Of course, you can do it for longer if you want to, but the idea is that you're finding these points of tenderness, holding that position, and then relaxing. Next, we want to really target a stretch through these areas. So if we want to stretch the extensors and the supinators first, what we're going to do is clasp just below the thumb. We're going to turn the hand down, so imagine like a swan position of the hand, and then we're going to straighten out the arm. So to repeat that again before we time it, is we're going to turn the hand down and then straighten out the arm. So we're going to hold this for 20 seconds. So you should be feeling this on the outer part of the elbow, so in the belly of the extensor and supinator tendon, so in the belly of those muscles, holding that there. It should be like a nice stretch. Again, so important to stretch through here, we just don't do it enough. Holding that for 5 seconds, so keep that hold there in the stretch, keep it holding, and then relaxing, gently coming out of that, and then we're going to work the inner part. So to stretch this, exactly the same but just the opposite. So we're going to be turning the hand, holding below the thumb, and then stretching with the palm in this position. So again, we should be feeling it in that inner part of the elbow, so really feeling that stretch. If you're working all day in an office, we're going to be fixed in a position, so really important to stretch out these muscles. So holding that there, because we get that RSI from increased frequency, duration or intensity of what we're doing. So holding for the last few seconds and then relaxing there. If you're struggling with a repetitive strain injury, it is definitely worth getting it assessed initially by a musculoskeletal expert, just seeing if we need a little bit of a helping hand, if we need them to relax around the area, or depending on what's happened in terms of where it's injured. If you've had it assessed and this has been diagnosed, then you can look to stretch this on a daily basis around work. So even adding this in your lunch break at the end of the day, just adding stuff in to stretch and relax around this area is really, really important to reduce your risk of injury.